Hello and welcome to Reading Tabby. My name is Tabitha. I also go by Tabby Tabs. This is my very first booktube video. I'm very excited to be jumping into the deep end here with a reading challenge. Today is the summer solstice. That is the longest day of the year. It is also Father's Day today in the United States, and so we do have plans today with the family. So I had to film my challenge yesterday. The hourly difference is only a minute or two. I did read from sun up to sundown. I hit over 1,100 pages, over 14 and a half hours of reading. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to filming more for you all, and I hope you join me in the future. Now on to the video. It is currently 5:58 in the morning. It is sunrise, and while technically tomorrow is the summer solstice, tomorrow's also Father's Day, so I've got plans. So today I am celebrating the summer solstice with a summer readathon from sunrise to sundown. And I'm going to start today with an audiobook because it's way too early to be reading with my eyeballs. Way too early to be reading with eyeballs right now. I'm going to be reading Love at First Fright by Nadia El-Fassi. I've got the audiobook ready on Spotify. Here we go. This book has ghost pets. It's so sad, but it's not sad, but it's sad. Oh my gosh. So I'm halfway through my first book. It's approximately 9:30. I've been up for about 3.5 hours, technically 4 because I woke up at 5:30 so that I'd be ready for this today. The book is going well. I do like it so far. It's super cute. The spice is spicing. The ghost dogs are making me cry a little bit. Every time they come up, the ghost pets, they get to me. But I love it. And this afternoon's plans, because I hopefully will have this book done by lunchtime, this afternoon's plans will include a couple of comic books. And then I might try to read some of a couple of new ones that I have from NetGalley, perhaps. Or I'm going to try and get through 2 or 3 novellas this afternoon because I have a couple of novellas on Spotify that I've been saving up for a day like this. 9 Goblins by T. Kingfisher, The Worm Is Kings by Hailey Piper, The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon by Beth Brower. A mix of horror, fantasy, and romance. I'm not quite sure what I'm in the mood for, so I'm kind of picking a bit of everything. And we'll see how that goes. Let's continue. So I think I'm taking a little break from The Sims while I listen to this audiobook. I'm gonna play some Tiny Bookshop instead. That feels quite themey to what we're doing today. Listening to a book and selling books in game. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So it's now 1 p.m. I finished my first book. I was hoping to get through a bit more than this, but I was kind of going back and forth between 1.5 and 2.5 times speed while reading this book because I was trying to skip a lot of the sex because there was just so much of it. And I don't mind that in a book, especially in a romance. But I did think that there was going to be more other plot than that. And that was the majority of the plot, was these two characters' physical relationship. There was some emotional growth there, but it was very physical. I don't mind that. I especially enjoyed that they talked about boundaries. That's always nice to hear. Next, I'm going to read... I'm feeling a bit more like horror because I was hoping for more horror in that. So I'm going to read something that's actually going to be scary, and that is Alley by Junji Ito. Well, I mean, fingers crossed it's scary. I generally find him pretty spooky, and some of his stuff is giving me nightmares. I'm especially thinking of the scene, and I think it's a story in Shiver. And this kid is drinking the oil from his family's restaurant, and it's oh god, I can't even describe it. It's physically nauseating, but absolutely terrifying the way that he and his family interact with each other. I'm getting off track here, but Alley, I'm going to read that now. That's a new, well, it's not new to me, Junji Ito collection. And then I might read Gremoryland, or I might go to another audiobook because I am still feeling like playing The Sims or taking a walk. Honestly, I think it'd be nice to take a walk this afternoon. I'm quite tired and I need some energy. I do have an Alani here with me to boost that caffeine, get me a bit more awake here. And I'll catch up with you all in a bit once I've read Alley, or as much of Alley as I feel like reading. So it's about 2 o'clock now, and it's looking kind of yellow outside. Yellow-gray. I think it might rain later. And I want to take a walk, so I'm going to take a break from Junji Ito. I'm almost done with it, but I'll finish it when I come back. I want to take a walk right now, so I'm going to download onto my phone. I think I'm going to listen to The Worm and His Kings by Hailey Piper because I'm still in a horror mood. I want something scary, and I'm hoping this will be a good and scary. New York City, 1900. When you slip through the cracks, no one is there to catch you. Monique learns the hard way after her girlfriend Donna vanishes without a trace. Only after the disappearances of several other impoverished women does Monique hear the rumors. A taloned monster stalks the city's underground and snatches victims in the dark. All right, I'm hoping that'll be fun. It's supposed to be kind of Lovecraftian, I think. So, fingers crossed is good. So I'm back from my walk. I made it just in time to not get rained on. It started sprinkling as I was coming back. I made it a couple blocks around the neighborhood, which is quite nice. It's beautiful here. This is a beautiful neighborhood. There are some really nice houses. And I like walking around and getting inspiration for my Sims builds. This audiobook is not really pulling me. I don't know that I'm going to finish this today. I'm going to try, but I think I'm actually going to go to Alley by Junji Ito. I'm feeling that a bit more, I think. I'm going to sit in my cozy chair and read that and cool down because I'm a little sweaty. I do have a lovely rainy ambient video here until it actually fully starts raining outside because it's just sprinkly. And I would like to sit and chill in my cozy chair. So I'm going to calm down, cool down, and I will check back in with y'all later. So it's now 3 o'clock. I finished my second book, Alley by Junji Ito. I really liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. My only real issues were some of the story. There was a story I didn't really understand called Smoker's Club. If any of you understood that one, feel free and tell me. Because I was just like, what even when I read that. Some of them were kind of boring, like Descent. That was more like a fantasy thriller. Just one of his weird fic sort of stories. And then some of them were basic, like Blessing is your typical woman in white ghost story where, you know, a guy's driving down a road and he sees a woman on the side of the road and he decides to pick her up and he takes her to a graveyard, drops her off there and finds out afterwards, oh my God, she was a ghost. Surprise. I feel like that's one of those super classic ghost stories, and that one was basically that. It was a Japanese twist on it, and Junji Ito's twist on it, obviously, and he is a master at his craft. So it's still good. And then Town of No Roads was just way longer than it needed to be, in my opinion. I felt like two different stories as well. I don't know. It was weird. But weird in a way that I didn't quite like. It was weird in it just did too long sort of way. It just went on too long. My top favorite stories were The Ward, which was about a group of girls in a hospital ward and strange spooky things happen. And there's some body horror in that. There's body horror in most of Junji Ito's work. I don't think that's a big surprise if you read him. He likes doing weird stuff with bodies like that. And I think that would make a really great scary movie, like Eldritch, Lovecraftian type vibes is what that was giving me. And I love that sort of stuff. I especially love like hospital horror. So I think that would be really cool as a longer story. I'd totally watch if he made that a full manga, like, you know, Gyo or Uzumaki that were longer. I would 100% read that, and I'd probably give it 5 stars and love it because it was just super my vibes. I also really liked Memory, which is more like a psychological thriller, and this is so Junji Ito doesn't typically do things that aren't like paranormal or supernatural. That's a lot of his stuff has that sort of aspect to it. There's some supernatural paranormal monster of some kind or event or whatever. But this one was pretty much all psychological, and I really liked that. It was a nice twist at the end as well, and it was not what I was expecting, like in the least. And so I really enjoyed that one a lot. And then the very last story, Ice Cream Bus, which was so flipping gross, but so much fun. It reminded me a lot of something that you would have read by R.L. Stine back in the 90s with Goosebumps. It really gave like Haunted Mask vibes. The what's the one with the thing under the sink, the slime under the sink? It was reminding me of that. I think there's even like a Goosebumps Ice Cream Man story too, if I'm remembering right. I've read so many, or not all of them, but most of them. But it was a very long time ago now. Oh, that'd be so much fun to reread those. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. Reread my favorite Goosebumps. But overall, yeah, I really liked it. It's somewhere probably in the middle of all the Junji Ito that I've read. You can browse my Goodreads if you want to see what I thought of his other works. I think my favorite of his is, I think I gave Shiver the highest rating. But I tend to really enjoy Junji Ito in general. I love that, who's the spooky model? Junji Ito spooky model. I love her. Miss Fuchi. I love her. She is so gross and scary. Just, I love all the stories about her. She's my favorite of his monsters. So if you ever read anything with her in it, Fuchi-san, thumbs up. Love that one. But Junji Ito in general is a good time if you're looking for some spooky, kind of almost always gross horror, for sure. Now I'm going to finish up The Worm and His Kings, I think, even though that audiobook wasn't really catching me. Hoping it'd be more like Hailey Piper wrote a short story, Benny Rose, in her collection Teenage Girls Can Be Demons, and I loved that. Like, that was my favorite part of that collection. That was my favorite story in the collection, and it was the longest story as well. It was just a really good time. And so I had hopes that this one would be a lot like that, and it's really not. It's quite a bit different. And that I shouldn't be surprised, because her, having read several of her short stories and novellas at this point, they're all quite different. It just means that I don't know what to expect from her, is all. And so this isn't what I was expecting. It's not terrible at all. It's giving kind of X-Files vibes, which I love the X-Files, so I'm not hating it. I'm just waiting for it to pick up. So I'm going to build in The Sims now, finish that audiobook. It is now 5:30. I have finished my third story of the day, The Worm and His Kings by Hailey Piper. Whatever doubts I had, throw them out the window, because this was 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was so good. It was cosmic horror in basically exactly how I liked it, where things are kind of normal and then they just get weirder and then scarier and then weird and scary, and things just continue to escalate and get worse, and then the cosmic horror, boom. And that's what this was. It reminded me a lot, pacing wise, not story wise, they have nothing in common, but the film adaptation of Color Out of Space starring Nicolas Cage from a few years back. If you've seen that, that pacing is so similar to this story, where it is just normal and then weird and scary. And I love that. It's one of my favorite things, apparently, because I just got a huge kick out of this story, and I don't understand how there is a sequel, but I will be reading it. Maybe I'll read that tonight, but now I'm kind of leaning towards Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I did just start the audiobook for that. I have it on Libro. I'm hoping that it's a good time. I've seen a lot of good reviews for it. It's now 6 p.m. I am 11% into Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break for now. It reads very YA, which I was not expecting, and I just don't feel like reading YA at the moment. I do read it on occasion. I just don't feel like reading YA at the moment. And her voice is quite a lot, and I've read some kind of intense voices today, so I want to take a little bit of a break. And I'm going to try Orbital by Samantha Harvey, which is a complete left turn from romance or horror, in that it is science fiction, literary fiction, in fact. And I got recommended this because I liked To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers, and this came up as recommended if you like that. So I'm going to give it a try, and It's only about 5 hours long, so I think I'll be able to finish it for the challenge today. And I hope it's good. We officially have 1 hour left in the Summer Solstice Reading Challenge. Sunset is going to be at 8:41. I'm confident I will be able to finish Orbital during that time. I'm definitely not going to finish Phoebe Berman. I am just not in the mood for YA tonight, and I know it's not technically a YA book, but it really reads like one, and it's just too much for me. Orbital has been a nice little break. It's a break. It's very philosophical. It's contemplative. I do like it so far. It's just a little boring at the same time. But boring in like the way you zone out and watch Planet Earth. You know, it's enjoyable. I don't know. I like it. It's very chill and calming, and I just am enjoying my time with this. And it's so beautiful and evocative in the way it talks about the planet and people. I think it's really well written. So I'm gonna finish that up. It is now almost sunset. I did finish Orbital. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. My only real complaint is it does get kind of boring at times, and it ends so abruptly. It honestly kind of startled me when it ended. I was not expecting it to just end. Like, it felt like we were in the middle of a thought still. But I enjoyed it. It was very similar to Be Taught If Fortunate, though I liked To Be Taught If Fortunate better. That's more near future sci-fi. This is contemporary sci-fi, so what's realistic today. Very interesting and an enjoyable read nonetheless. I do have like another 20 minutes left in this challenge, so I think I'm going to listen to a bit more of A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I put that on pause because she uses you a lot, and that's not something that I'm used to. I'm trying to get used to it, and I need to get over that. The feeling I get every time I hear it, it takes me out of the book. And so I just need to get used to hearing it, and I think just listening to it a bit more. However, I am, when I finish that, or when it's the end of the day, I'm going to take a break from reading, period. So I will get back to you in 20 minutes. It is sunset. I read from 5:58 this morning, clear through 8:41 p.m. That's approximately 14 and a half hours of reading. My eyeballs are tired. My ears are tired, but we had a very successful summer solstice reading day. We read romance, fantasy romance, to be specific. Then we read horror, and we read science fiction, and we read a little bit of a rom-com as well. I think that's a pretty successful representation of a solstice. It's a little bit magical, a little bit spooky, a little bit science-y. I consider today a success, and I am so tired. I'm going to take a break from reading now. I don't even know if I'm going to read tomorrow. I was considering finishing Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It tomorrow, but I think I might just take a brain break. I was also planning originally, and I was looking forward to this all day, to playing the demo to The Sinking City 2, which I'm super stoked about. And I already played the demo technically, but I really wanted to replay it. And so I was thinking about it all day. It's been on my mind, and I just am obsessed with that world and that story. And as much as I was looking forward to it, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I have it in me to focus on something like that. My brain needs, as I said, a break. So I'm going to get ready for bed. I'm going to go to bed now. It's 9 p.m. And I'm going to put a movie on and fall asleep. And I want to say thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. I had a fun time with this, and I look forward to doing more challenges like it. Thank you very much.